Just then, James arrived. "Make way for a splendid engine," he said.
You know what? I want to do something fun today.
You do, huh? Something like really fun?
Yeah, I want to do something really fun, because it's boring when you just sit here right in front of the camera and do literally nothing.
You do have a point. We should do something. How about an arm wrestling competition?
An arm wrestling competition? That's gotta be the stupidest thing in the entire world.
I'm not sure about that. Your ideas are quite stupid.
You know what? Shut up, shut up.
Really?
Yeah, really? Because, Nightmare McQueen can drive you like, but yeah, Spider-Man be like, I want to shoot webs at
Yeah? Well, he could beat up a car any day.
Are you sure about that? Nightmare McQueen would just run over Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man's smart, and he can be like, I'm gonna shoot my web at this tire, and be like, take off the tire, and be like, works. You kinda get that?
No, I don't get that.
Wait a minute. You know what? Lovey's right. I should have a girlfriend. I'm literally the definition of someone who has a girl. One day, Thomas was pulling a very important pizza train. Yeah, they got a pizza train now.
You weren't on time, little Thomas, and you sound like an English dictator, Gordon. It's not like you sound any better. Your voice is so squeaky. Yeah, voices in Thomas and the Magic Railroad weren't really that good. Well, let's just hope nothing worse ever happened. Get out of my way! I'm voiced by a girl now, and I need to find a way to fix this fast! James is voiced by a girl now. Oh, yes. 0 out of 10. For sounding stupid and making no sense. And what's worse, Diesel 10 was supposed to go through here, but they never made a little Duplo model of him. Maybe we should just end the short right now. It's getting too weird.
Ice also made the roads and rails very slippery.
The branch line couldn't take his weight, and the rails buckled. Oh, help! Gordon cried as he slid off the tracks and into a field. Hurt.
Hello, Gordon, said Spencer. What are you doing here? I'm here for the summer. The Duke and Duchess are having a new summer house built. Really? What happened to the other one? Well, I guess they just like having summer houses built. I don't really know why they're building another one. Anyway,
"That's the spirit," said Thomas, and together he and Percy puffed and chuffed to the site of the Halloween party. Soon, the 2 engines arrived, and the workmen unloaded the wooden carousel equipment.
Thank you all for coming.
I hope the story will actually be scary, said Thomas. Oh, it will, said Edward in his mysterious voice, and so it began. So it is common knowledge that we are just toys, and there are many other play rails and track masters just like us. I thought this was supposed to be a scary story, interrupted Thomas. Shut up, said James. We want to hear the story. Out there, under a cloak of white, looking for someone to love and care for him. He won't stop, dead or alive. There was a long silence. That was not scary. But what about our costumes? Asked Percy. We're not ready yet. Don't worry about him, sir, said Thomas. Percy's just being a scaredy engine. I am not. We'll be happy to take the train, sir. The further the two engines puffed, the darker it seemed to get. Percy was now getting afraid indeed, and to make things worse, Thomas started singing. That's strange, said Percy. The signal is red. There shouldn't be any other engines on our line, said Thomas. The signalman must have fallen asleep. Call you Other Thomas? How about Ronald? That would be a good name if my original owner's name wasn't Ronald. Thomas thought again. I can't think of any other good names. You can think of Ronald, but no other names, said Percy. Hey, thinking of names isn't as easy as it sounds. With that, said Sir Topham Hatt, let the fireworks begin. Ooh, special. The fireworks were wonderful. Everyone was happy. But none could be more happier than Percy, Thomas, and Ramus. I just seen something. It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us. Puh, who cares? Don't be frightened, Toby. I'll take care of you. Are you serious? What? I literally just told you that your best friend is basically dead, and all you say is, who cares? Yeah. You've got a problem with that? You know what? Fine. Be like that, then. He's not worth our time, Percy. Let's go tease Gordon or James. Sounds good to me.
Then, Season 5. A lot of great original episodes full of action and excitement. Definitely a fan favorite and understandable. And then Season 3. What?
I don't know who Thomas is, so why should I let this Thomas simply hurry on his way? Thomas!
That was literally the worst shot ever.
You're Thomas!
I feel like it might be nice to see an episode with them all together. Again, kind of like the old days. He's a character I just want to see. I don't really have any reason. He's just a character I want to see return. I feel like he's... Alright, but be careful. The trust can be very naughty. Thanks, but I think I'll be okay. And Ramus set off with the remaining trucks. I bet $30 that I'll have an accident, said Thomas's driver. You're on. But Ramus didn't have an accident. Ha! Said Thomas's fireman. Pay up. Back on Sodor, the engines were still searching for him. They were looking in the mines, they were looking at the docks, and they even looked for him in the storage bin. But at Timoth, the engines were gossiping with each other. Ramus seemed a little too excited to take over Thomas's branch line, said Gordon. He might have something to do with Thomas being missing. He probably killed him and got rid of the body. What? It was only a suggestion. Soon, Thomas had new batteries, but a lot of questions. Do you know how I ended up here? He asked. Ramus used his magic cloak to move you off the set. Really? Oh, that rotten... Wait, how do you know all of this? I was filming you and telling the story the whole time. I'm even filming and narrating this discussion right now. Thomas was stunned. Percy. Beep, beep. There was Thomas, pushing a long line of trucks. Oh, Thomas, you're back. Thank goodness. Now we can... Wait, aren't you on the same track as me? Oh, no. Thomas reversed quickly with Annie and Clarabelle on his back, and Thomas rushing at front on full speed. I learned a lesson from all of this. And what is that? That you cannot let anger and popularity get in the way of your friendships. And that, Ramus, is 100% true, said Sir Topham Hatt, and all the engines cheered. The 4 branch line engines knew that this would be one of their most proud and unforgettable moments, especially for Thomas and Ramus.
cried Thomas.
It's all your fault. You laugh at me.
I didn't cause your accident on purpose, Thomas. Officers didn't stop him either. Oh, wailed Percy, help!
I don't want your sympathy. Fine. You, no sympathy, replied Thomas.
Said Thomas. I went past danger once and fell down a mine. That's not what danger means. What? Of course it's what it means. No, danger means there's trouble up ahead and you want to watch what you're doing. It could include falling in a hole, but it doesn't mean falling down something. Well, fine then, said Thomas. Go past the danger sign and see what happens. All right, said Percy, but I'm telling you, I won't fall down a hole. Ah!
On, screamed the trucks. Stop pushing me, hissed James. You're gonna make me... Poor James had come off the rails. Bother those trucks.
When he arrived at the docks, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. Thomas, I have a very special for you. What can it possibly be, sir? Thomas was puffing around the island of Sodor. He huffed and he chuffed. He wheeshed and he whistled. And he did everything a train is supposed to do, except he went very fast. Lastly, he saw Jordan taking on water. Slow down, Thomas. But of course, Thomas wasn't listening. He just wanted to get his job done as fast as his wheels would let him. Now Thomas was going faster than he ever was before. Just then, Emily came with Rocky. Sir Topham Hatt was on board. Thomas, he said, you have caused confusion and delay. But then he had an incredible idea. If I go slowly with my special trucks, I could probably not have another accident and get there on time. That sounds like a great idea, Thomas. Now get on with it.
Driver, what was that for? Just need to make sure you're all up and ready to go. Oh, hello. I didn't see you right there. Were you woken up by my horn? Who the heck are you talking to? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you right there. Yeah, I just said that. Sorry, still a little drowsy. Anyway, welcome to the sheds. My name is Frank, the long green diesel with the facial hair, and I'm Jeffrey, the handsome yellow high-speed diesel. And I'm Owen, the only steam engine in the sheds, who also has facial hair. Yeah, hardly any compared to Frank. Shut up. Okay.
I know I'm going to sound stupid for saying this, but what's going on? Why am I here? Why are you right in front of me? Well, said Lego Duplo Thomas, I was puffing around when I was sent onto the siding, and now I'm here. Funny, because, let me guess, you did the exact same thing, except you actually went into the tunnel. Yep. I swear, this is the third time something like this has happened. Why do we keep crossing into other dimensions? Lazy writing. Makes sense. You know what? No, we're not going to do this story again. You're going back to where you came from.
Oh me, oh my, oh help! Diesel, are you alright? I don't know, Thomas. Don't worry, Diesel. I made good decisions. Ah!
It's about time you showed up.
We're not late, Diane.
So, I was still waiting.
For what? Gary?
That troublesome fan? Heck no. Then who? That's besides the point. You need to bring Gary back here so you can get Jeffrey's coaches, but you're standing here arguing with me. I wouldn't be standing here if you hadn't started criticizing me for no apparent reason. Whatever, I need to go. Good riddance.
Alright, you two. It's a new day, so that means we need to wake up and put our best foot forward.
We don't have feet, stupid. I'll ignore that snarky comment and take you to the station to be loaded. We know. We do it every day. You don't act like you know. Shut up, Gary. No one asked. Whatever, let's just go. Sounds perfect to me. This is smoother than normal.
Dad made sure the passenger's alright. Is it better?
Not for me. Now I have to get used to you going smoothly along the tracks.
Oh, come on. That's stupid and nitpicky.
Oh, does my opinion not matter as much as the passengers?
It doesn't.
What did I say earlier, Gary? Shut up!
Oi, you three are loud. Maybe if you weren't arguing all the time, I could enjoy a quiet ride. I guess the opinions of passengers do mean more.
Will you shut up?
James and Thomas were waiting at the level crossing. They were still worried about the hot air balloon.
Look, that patched up old ruins was totally nonsense. Scruffy is a ballast truck that is used in the yard. If we follow these tracks, the map should lead us straight to the Golden Whistle.
Yeah, wait, aren't all whistles golden?
Arr, no questions, me hearty. Engine ho! Yar, I'm Thomas Beard, and I am here to steal the Golden Whistle. Yar, not if me or me first mate have anything to say about it. Charge! After the battle ended, I took the whistle to the Fat Controller and traded for a job on this here railway. So what did you guys think? I'm gonna be honest, that story sucked.
Do you know what?
What?
Do you know what?
Silly. Of course I don't know what, if you don't tell me what is.
But if I tell you what is, then you will know what is.
Exactly. So tell us what is. But what could what be if I were to tell you what could be? Are you saying that we need to know what could be if we wanted to know what is and could be?
No.
What?
No. What is what is?
But what is what? And what could be is dependent on what will inevitably be. So what could be what is?
What? No, James. What is what I'll tell you. So tell us what it is. But you guys don't know what.
Of course we don't know what, if you don't tell us what is.
But if I tell you what is, then you'll know what is. Isn't that the point of telling us what is?
Crossing. Thomas came around the bend. Oh no! He cried. Thomas applied his brakes, but it was too late. There are millions upon millions of toys of me. I mean, just look right next to you. Hi, I'm Lightning McQueen. Hi, I'm Lightning McQueen. Hi, I'm Lightning McQueen. Hi, I'm Lightning McQueen. I'm Lightning McQueen. I'm like, stop! Ah! Ugh. What a weird nightmare. Hi, I'm Lightning McQueen. Ah! Oh! He was yellow and had a large boiler, a unibrow, and a butt chin. This is First, said Sir Topham Hatt. He is here to help with the heavy loads. Hello! Thomas was stuck on the bridge. Henry had seen everything. Now he knew for sure that he wasn't going to cross the bridge. Henry, you need to cross the bridge. What? The two waited and waited, but there was no sign of Gordon. Topham, I'm getting cold. So am I, my dear. but I am not leaving until my engine is home and safe. Even Thomas began to worry. "What's that?" he cried suddenly. There was the light of a lamp in a distance. It was Gordon. He was covered with snow and his face was as blue as his paint. But Gordon had made it to Knapford. "You made it!" cried Thomas excitedly. "Just in time for Christmas," shivered Gordon. "Well done, Gordon," said Sir Topham Hatt. "You didn't have to do it, but you did. And you made sure these lovely people would be home in time for Christmas." Gordon felt very proud. After the coaches had been shunted, Thomas and Gordon returned to the sheds. When they arrived, Gordon received a hero's welcome. "I have ice chunks in my boiler," groaned Gordon. "Oh, it'll thaw out eventually," said Toby. Everyone laughed. Gordon was finally home for Christmas, and the sheds were warmer because of it.
What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said,
Not a fan. I do not care for this episode. 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 I do not like how Skarloey is used in this episode.
And that is all of my Lego Topham, don't fall down. And that is all of
A majority of the goods were coming from the ships, and the workmen were not moving very fast. Henry was getting impatient. "Hurry up," he said. "I'm going to be behind schedule." "Not my problem," said one of the lazier workmen. "It will be if Sir Topham Hatt finds out you were the reason that I was late." That shut up the workmen real fast.
Percy was waiting for the mail to be loaded when Thomas came racing into the station. He and his coaches were soaked with rain. "Finally," sighed Thomas. "That was my last train. Now I can go to my nice dry shed." Percy made a face. "Oh, sorry, Percy. Didn't see you there."
"Troublesome?" said Rosie. "How can those cute little things be troublesome?"
"You'd be surprised," said Toby, "of all the things I've seen in my years.
And all the things you wish you hadn't."
We've sung for Gordon, well, let's sing it once again. Gordon, what are you doing? Oh, look, Topham has a special for you. Where? I just wanted to know what you were doing.
Oh, on, faster. I don't want to go faster.
And Harvey chuffed back to the station to get another crane. Harvey returned with another crane to find Gordon! Oh, the indignity. That Harvey left for the other station. But as soon as he was out of sight, Harvey and Rocky arrived at the crash when, "James!" "I ran to this crane," said James, "and now my buffers are ruined." "Okay, this is getting out of hand," said Harvey. "I'm going to try to find one more crane, but after that, I'm done." And Harvey left the crash site for the third time. "I swear, if another engine comes..." "It's Thomas! Stop, Thomas, stop!" "What is all that noise about? Oh my goodness!" Harvey came with Jerome when, Thomas, cinders and ashes. It's a good thing I didn't crash.
As plain can be, for everyone to see that it's the Fat and Trollers Railway. The Fat and Trollers Railway. Sir Top, him, hat. How long have you been standing there?
About 3 minutes.
I see.
I should go now.
That's what I thought.
So I was looking at the cover, and I noticed several things. Mainly how beat up the case was. That's the problem with buying used DVDs. Sometimes you get near perfect quality, and sometimes you just don't. I also noticed that the cover looked familiar. It appeared to be a printed fan-made cover. This one here specifically. But there were some small changes, like changing Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends to Thomas and Friends, as well as some stuff on the spine. I looked at the DVD and it could have been worse.
Oi, 10 cents, you seen Boomer? I think he was towing in Izzy Gomez. Oh my god!
Oh, I don't think I've seen him around before.
Ah, Sodor is such a beautiful place.
I might consider moving here. What do you think of that, Bernie? Bernie? Uh-oh, I should report this to the station master.
Sir? Shh! I'm undercover. Oh, sorry.
We haven't the time to put any decorations.
I'm going to be taking decorations to Knapford. That's where we're going to have our Christmas.
All right, Henry, that's the last of them, said Cranky. Now be off.
Henry laughed. I guess Cranky isn't in the Christmas spirit.
Laughed Salty. See you around, Henry.
You too, Salty.
You know, Salty, said Cranky, the reason why I'm particularly cranky is because I don't have any decorations. I see what you mean, me hearty, said Salty. Christmas decorations can really put someone in a good mood. That's it! What's what? I know how to cheer Henry up. We'll have the Christmas party take place in his forest. That plan is ridiculous, said Cranky. Sir Topham Hatt would never approve. Do you even know Sir Topham Hatt? He surely will approve, me hearty. Wait, before you ask him, just don't take any of my decorations. Don't worry, Cranky, I won't.
Ah, what a lovely afternoon. I just finished all my tasks and... What the heck is that? Who are you? Death. But don't worry, I'm still everyone's favorite #1 blue tank engine that everyone holds so dear to their hearts. And that is a Thomas Promise! Wow, he just got ejected. What was all that about, Ramus? Believe me, Percy, as a Thomas myself, I think I know an imposter when I see one.
What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said,
I don't like this one. This episode is awful. But this made me laugh. This episode is dumb. Edward Strikes Out is one of the worst Thomas and Friends episodes of all time. And it is simply because of how out of character Edward is. It is an unbearable sit-through, and the fact that Rocky was introduced here, making it harder to ignore, is just the icing on this cake. Terrible episode. It's fine. This one's dumb. This one's dumb. This one's also dumb. Although this line made me laugh.
The light bulb will break easily. You must go slowly and carefully, Sir Topham Hatt added. So, Thomas puffed quickly away to the warehouse.
This one's really dumb. This one's... no, still dumb. This one's dumbly whatever.
It's over, Thomas. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Yeah. Ah! Which interrupt everything, and the Diesel versus Steamy racism is bad. D tier. The Great Discovery. More like The Great Disaster. This movie is terrible. Stanley is a terrible new character. Great Waterton's lore makes no sense. This movie is filled with stupid action scenes that feel like they're trying to sell toys. Thomas You're the Leader is a bad song. Pierce Brosnan is not as good as Michael Brandon. This movie was just such a disappointment. F tier. Hero of the Rails. Hey, did you guys know that this was originally going to be a model movie? Yeah, with these super rare pictures, we can see that this movie was originally going to be in the style of season 12. This is such a cool fact that everyone should know. So everyone, go into the comments of every Thomas video and spread the word about how Hero of the Rails was going to be a model production. Spam it all over the place. Don't feel the urge to stop. Keep going until the unlucky Toad yells at you to stop. Got it? Good. Anyway, Hero of the Rails is a disgrace. I can't believe the Classic series didn't come up with something like this. So Topham Hatt clearly loves Thomas, and I actually got emotional. S tier. What can I say? It's a masterpiece. Blue Mountain Mystery. This movie has a character named Owen, and that is all I need to say. King of the Railway. Yeah, this movie is an abomination that should have just never been made. Like I said, The Great Disaster is better than this. F tier. God! Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure is, it's actually pretty good. I really can't make fun of it at all. So I guess we'll just put it in the B tier. Oh, wait a minute! There was that one really bad fan service scene with Duck, Donald, and Douglas in this movie. That's right! D tier. The Great Race.
He is very boastful, especially in the sheds. You know, there is a reason Sir Topham Hatt keeps me on the Express, because there is no other engine that could match my incredible skills. And whenever Gordon is being boastful, there is always someone that brings him back down off of his high horse, and that engine is Emily. Oh, really? No one matches your skills? What about Henry? Hasn't he pulled the Express sometimes? Only when I'm out of order, and he's not nearly as fast as me. Pah! What about James? He's a mixed traffic engine. He'll never reach the same height as me. What? What about Bear? Bear? Well, he is prone to failure by being a diesel. Excuse me? What about me? Emily, I don't mean to be rude, but you are the definition of unfit for the Express. You'd break down trying to date the big Express. At least I'd be trying, unlike you and your ability to shut your big mouth. Why, you little... And just like that, Emily and Gordon were in a heated battle. As much as Emily would try to bring Gordon down a peg, it only really worked 10% of the time. The engines would just have to hope that the two would stop eventually, and sometimes eventually can mean a very, very long time. At last, Thomas finally got to leave the station. But as he puffed down the line, Diane continued to complain. Hey, can you stop being so rough? Hey, can you just shut up, Diane? No, I won't. I have freedom of speech, Mr. Short, Stumpy, Bumpy, Rough, and wanna leave before everybody is ready. Ha! Laughed the trucks. You show 'em, big sis Diane. You are really getting on my nerves. Good. Thomas eventually reached Gordon's Hill. He started to climb, but the train got heavier the further he went up. Thomas knew what that meant. Hey, can you guys stop holding back? No, we won't. Why should we be nice to you after you've been so rude to us? Okay, that is it. Thomas stopped as he reached the top. You, Diane, have been the rude one. You yelled at me for being on time. You complained when I shunted you into line. You let your brakes slip on right when we're leaving the station. You whined about me being too rough, and now you held me back while I'm trying to go up Gordon's Hill.
I am not going any further with you, big sis Diane. Fine. We'll just have to make you go. Wait, what? Alright everyone, push with all your might. On, laughed the trucks. And just like that, Diane and the troublesome trucks sent Thomas racing down the hill. Whoa! Cried Thomas. Stop pushing! Stop pushing! It's too late, Thomas, shouted Diane. You can't stop us. Ah, ha, 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 laughed the trucks. You showing, big sis Diane? Roared Thomas. And you guys wonder why we call you guys the troublesome trucks. Oh, it's no secret, Mr. Short, Stumpy, Bumpy, Rough. Wanna leave before everybody's ready and stomping on the hill because you're a big baby. I hate you, Diane. Same to you, Thomas. I hope we crash. Well, you're in luck because here comes a sharp bend.
What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said,
This one is bad. I'm a little nostalgic for this episode, but it's honestly kind of mid. Also, a random side tangent, but in a strange case of the Mandela effect, I remembered incorrectly that Stanley was the co-lead of this episode instead of it actually being Charlie, who makes his unceremonious debut in this episode. Weird, isn't it? In fact, I completely forgot Charlie was even a character. It wasn't even until I started getting back into Thomas and Friends a few years ago did I realize he made his debut in this era. Wow, I really suppressed the memory of Charlie, didn't I? Huh, maybe it was for the best. Anyway, moving on. Okay, who knew the engines cared so much about birds? This one's whatever. And my overall opinion on Season 13 is... not good. Every episode is boring, dumb, super slow, and filled with poorly written dialogue. It's definitely worse than every model season, and that includes Season 12. But I will say, I did like some ideas for the episode, and the slower pace did aid one or two episodes, so maybe Season 14 will be better. Anyway, moving on, and not good. Despite having the greatest name for an episode, this one's dumb. Edward almost dies the episode. This one's dumb. This one's also dumb. What a surprise. It's just whatever. This one's dumb. The only thing of note in this three-parter is this scene.
Emily had heard the logging locals tweeting and twittering too. She wanted to tweet and Twitter like them.
No, don't do it, Emily. Anyway, this one's pretty goofy. So this season was a masterpiece. Easy S tier for sure. Season 8. This is a bit of a controversial season. Some people say it's awful, some people say it's actually good and we're being too harsh on it. Honestly though, I can't see why anyone should like this season. Season 8 sucks. I only watched the first 2 episodes and they put me to sleep. I don't need to watch the other episodes from this new series. They're all the same. No original ideas, no nice moments, no good characters. Season 8 through 12 are all going in F tier, but Season 12 is the worst because it has the ugly CGI faces. Season 13, 14, 15, and 16. Second verse, same as the first, except I'm not taking a jab at Thomas Twitter users. These episodes are actually the same. There are 1 or 2 times where they actually change the 3 strikes formula for a bit and make it work with the story, but the rest are boring. So we're gonna put them in the massive L tier and move on with our day. I'd say it's in the bottom of B tier. Could have been higher if it didn't have so much fan service. Season 19 is kind of bad. Like, try to name an amazing episode from this season. Den and Dart. And like, I'm not dissing on Den and Dart, but Den and Dart, that's it? I wish I could throw these 3 seasons in A tier and end the video on a high note, but these go in C tier.
I would have really liked to end this video on a high note because... Oh, wait a minute. I said at the beginning that I wouldn't rank All Engines Go because it would be an easy SSS tier. That's right. All Engines Go is the peak of the Thomas and Friends franchise. Reverend Audrey is clapping in his grave. It's amazing because it has Bruno, and that is all I need to say.
I have no idea what just happened, but that was the stupidest thing ever. Might as well have just been watching Chudgington all day. I'm just gonna go sell some crocodile tacos. Be right back. Just kidding, I'm actually not returning that. Okay, bye.